Today my adventure begins right here in Southport, North Carolina. Look at that Old Glory up there, that American flag whipping. It is quite windy today, but we're only about 3 weeks away from the official state of North Carolina 4th of July festival that happens right here each and every year in Southport. Thought we would walk uptown for a moment, kind of see if they got any red, white, and blue decorations up yet. And then I'm gonna take you along with me over to Oak Island, and we're gonna eat some tacos. Maybe not tacos, but we're gonna get some kind of taco, burrito, quesadilla, something like that today. We're gonna try out a new spot over there, new for me. It's been around for several years, but I've heard good things about it. Me and my wife are fans of that type of food, and we're gonna go over there and check it out today, take you along with us. And while we're at Oak Island, we might drive over to the Oak Island Lighthouse and kind of check things out. Oh, officially, good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have to do a proper introduction. I can't skip out on that. That's kind of a thing that you're supposed to do here on YouTube, is welcome everybody officially with your name of your channel. But I am looking forward to today, man. And right over there in the distance, you may or may not see that lighthouse standing there. That is the Oak Island Lighthouse, formerly known as the Caswell Beach Lighthouse. We would definitely be making our way down there before this vlog ends for sure, as the wind really starts howling, really picking up, so we can see the ferry on its way back to the mainland from Ballhead Island right there. That Ballhead Island is a busy place today as summer starts to creep into the picture. Vacationers will start flocking to Ballhead Island. All right, let's walk on up to the downtown Southport area and see if we see any red, white, and blue decor yet. I have made my way up here to East Moore Street, downtown Southport. No red, white, and blue yet, but it's okay. It's still pretty early. I do always like coming over here to the Ocean Outfitters area. This is a really nice store with a lot of beachwear and things like that. And right next door for quite some time now, for a few years, this place right here has been abandoned. No sign or anything going on here, but I did just notice right here above the no trespassing sign, it says coming soon, Ocean Outfitters expansion. So Ocean Outfitters is going to expand into this store also, which is pretty good. I'm just glad somebody's just taking this over. It's such an eyesore in such a beautiful little town. All right, now I made my way over here to Bullfrog Corner, and they're being very patriotic as they have some red, white, and blue out here, getting ready for the 4th of July festival. Check out the bullfrog. Check out his hat, man. I'm digging that. That is very patriotic. Got his American flags in his hand and some flowers. That's how you win over a lady. And then right across the street here, we have this building, and they have a little bit of red, white, and blue draped along their gutter system, more or less. I always like to stop by here and just say, hello, my little friend. Look at the leprechaun looking captain dude right here. I love it, man. His shoes, everything about this little guy just looks fun. Really, really cool. All right, so that was a quick look, a very quick look at Southport. They actually didn't have a whole lot of anything put up, nothing much to show here, but a very busy day. A lot of people are here in Southport today, taking in some shopping and some of the good eateries here in town. And speaking of eateries, I had a friend of mine that came down here and actually stayed close by in Oak Island, and they went to Oliver's to eat. And they said it was pretty good. It was a little pricey, but he said it was pretty good. I just wanted to know, do any of you guys, have y'all ever been to Oliver's before? You know, what did you think about it? What was your experience like? You know, it is waterfront dining. That building has been there a lot of years, but I don't know how long it's been Oliver's. You know, I've never been there before to eat, but it always smells really good anyway. So all that being said, let's go ahead and continue on and make our way over toward Oak Island now and see what we can get into over there. Because Southport It's pretty hot over here. I love these swings right here, by the way. My wife is with me. I know she normally would have loved to go sit in those swings, but on a day like today, those swings are in shade. You got a breeze. It feels amazing. Good luck getting a swing. You really have to be patient and wait because people don't want to move. So before we leave Southport, I wanted to drive down through here on the waterfront area just to kind of see the vibe, but there's provisions, people waiting to go inside. So even down here in this area, Edgewater, it is very, very crowded. A lot of people are taking advantage of some good food and some really nice weather with that wind. Man, if it wasn't the wind blowing today, you would be melting. It is very, very warm out. All right, I've made it over here to Oak Island. As you can see the Oak Island Lighthouse right here before me, formerly known as the Caswell Beach Lighthouse. I always have to come down through here when I'm on Oak Island for the most part and walk over to the lighthouse. I like walking along this little walkway they have built here several years ago. So beautiful, and it's a good moment to kind of look out at the ocean, look over back toward Bald Head Island. The ocean looks pretty choppy today, man. Look at those whitecaps out there. Wow. It's the wind. The wind is pretty brutal, no matter if you're over at Carolina Beach or over here on Oak Island today. It's pretty windy. Look at those pelicans flying out there. That is so cool, man. It is really, really brisk. The wind is very, very strong. That is a quite angry ocean. Would not want to go swimming in that today, especially over here at Oak Island, because you don't have any kind of lifeguards, but they do have stuff like this around just in case somebody ever needs help, which is a good thing. But that's one thing you got to be really careful if you do decide to go swimming, which I have many times over here on Oak Island, is be aware of the ocean, because there is no lifeguards over here to help you, that's for sure. As we look off to the east, that is Bald Head Island off in the distance. You can kind of see the old Baldy Lighthouse right on the horizon there. It's so like, I don't know, it's so humid today, and there's kind of a haze to it, so the lighthouse almost kind of mixes in with the clouds in the background. And there ain't hardly anyone on the beach today, and I'm here on a weekend. But it is very, very rough out here. There's just a few people walking their dogs, and that's about it. Not a great beach day today for sure, even though it's as hot as heck, but not a lot of people coming out here to walk on the beach here on Oak Island today, at least in this area. Probably is a little bit different story as you move toward Ocean Crest Pier and the old Yopon Beach Pier and so on and so forth. But my wife, I think she's gonna go down there and stick her little piggies in the Atlantic Ocean and see how cold it is. I think the water temp right now is about 78. So that's good for me. I can get in the water at 78, but I would not suggest anybody getting in the ocean when it looks like that. Just if you buy your safety at all, I wouldn't do it. It's just too risky. All right, all that being said, I'm pretty hungry, so let's go ahead and push across the road and go say hello to the Oak Island Lighthouse. And then we're gonna make our way down and eat some tacos. I just think that's a great idea. I'm getting hungry. All right, I have made my way over here across the road to the Oak Island Lighthouse, established in 1958. I would love, absolutely love to go up in the top, all the way to the top sometime. They do have tours that you can, sign up for or whatnot, but it's very rare. It's like certain days of the week type of things. And I'm never over here in the area to, take advantage of something like that. If you was vacationing over here, you could probably be a little bit easier to do. Matter of fact, right here, Welcome to the Oak Island Lighthouse. Scan the QR code to visit our website for more information, including how to request a tour. So always remember that. You can look that up. Right here's the QR code. You can scan that, and it gives you what it does. It gives you like certain designated days, morning hours, evening hours, and so on and so forth, for you to be able to come up here and set up a tour. Man, that wind and this shade right here is a godsend. This feels so good. It is so hot today in the sun, and that wind is not playing. Absolutely. All right, let's stop playing around with this stuff, and we're going to make our way down into kind of the heart of Oak Island, go check out some storefronts, and finally get us some tacos. Got to get us some tacos. And there's a friend that I always visit when I'm here at Oak Island. I almost always go by and see my buddy. He's kind of the king of Oak Island, the Driftwood King. If you know, you know. We're definitely going to check them out also before we leave today. So let's go ahead and head in that direction. Man, I'm telling you, one of these days, it might happen. You just got to make it happen. I got to stay with it and just bite the bullet sometime and come over here and go up in that thing. I think it would make the most awesome pictures of the beach and the surrounding area, because if you're up there, you can see Ballhead Island this way, you'll be able to see the Atlantic Ocean this way, and then off behind us you would be seeing the Cape Fear River over toward Carolina Beach. You would also see downtown Southport from there. Oh, that would be so awesome. I'm a nerd for stuff like that. I can't help it. All right, I made my way over here to Southeast 58th Street and East Oak Island Drive. And check out this entrance. It's just called Beach Life Surf and Resort Wear. And that is quite the entrance. That is almost something like you would see when you go to Myrtle Beach, right? All that craziness that kind of entice you to come in their store. This big oversized octopus, almost like Kraken, style octopus right there. But pretty awesome looking storefront. I'm gonna go over there and look at some of the other storefronts that are connected to this store. All right, I have made my way over here on the opposite side of Beach Life and Surfwear, and check out these happy little turtles up here. On this side, right there is the other entrance. Just kind of walk down through here. I don't think I have ever, of all the years coming to Oak, I don't think I've ever been over here before. Right here we have us a candy and ice cream store. It says grand opening, Beach Life Sweets and ice cream. They got smoothies in there. Pretty awesome. Right here is Beach Life Sweets. Have us an arcade right next door where this cow is with these very, very big udders. Please use the other door to go to the arcade, so maybe that's connected in some way. Right here we have us another ice cream shop. They have soft serve, got some Dippin' Dots, homemade fudge. And this right here is definitely a classic car alert for sure. It's 1970s model Volkswagen Beetle. It says Amsterdam Life Smoke and Vape Shop. Very faded out red VW. And look who's in the driver and passenger seat there. Mr. Cheech and Chong. Gotta say, I've watched quite a few of their movies in my younger days. Not that I partaked in any of the things that they would do or whatnot, but still, it was a lot of fun. I laughed my booty off quite a few times watching those old movies. Really cool. Amsterdam Life. Right next to that, we have Bubba's World Best Homemade Fudge. Self-proclaimed, of course. That is another sign for Bubba's Gift Shop, Burlington Outlet. Homemade ice cream. Man, that looks like that's been up there since the 80s. For real. And then we got the Oak Island Fitness. And then we got a touch of the abandonment down here at the end. Looks like some abandoned places, storefronts that's been out of work for quite some time. Right here at this spot, doing a little renovations. It's like they might be doing some painting on the inside as they've got things kind of using painter's tape to keep things kind of painted up. All right, that was a quick little look of the shops right here on Oak Island Drive. Never stopped in here, never really showed this before. Thought I would just really quickly take a second to just kind of show what's over here. And then we're gonna move on right now and go get our tacos or whatnot. I don't know if we're gonna get tacos, quesadillas, what we're gonna get, but we're gonna get something because I'm hungry. So let's go and head in that direction and see what we can find down there at the taco shop. All right, now I made my way over here to the corner of Northeast 48th Street and East Oak Island Drive. And this is where you're gonna find Cajo's Tacos, Nachos, and Burritos. And this is why we showed up today, is for this location. I'm looking forward to going up here and ordering my food. What a funky little easy place to find right here on the main thoroughfare that goes down through Oak Island. A lot of picnic tables. They got some shaded seating, which is great on a nice hot day like this today. So let's go up here and order some food, shall we? All right, right here is their menu here on the side of the building. You can actually, you order right here at this window. Right down here is your napkins. They have different variations of hot sauces. Obviously, they got some forks and some knives in there. Got some ketchup for people. Might want some ketchup on your tater tots because they do have tater tots here, as you can see right there. It's part of their beach snack menu. That might be something you might be interested in. We also have our tacos. Right here is a quick look at some of the tacos that they have here. That surf and turf right there might be really good. Then we got their signature items, the Papa Joe fish tacos, Big Mama burrito, Long Beach burrito. I love that name. Kind of showing you like, hey man, we remember Long Beach back in the day before it was Oak Island. Mel's Firecracker Nachos, what we're going to get, along with the Uncle Swilly's. And they also have the make your own right here. This is a bowl where you can actually pick your different proteins, toppings, and sauces. All right, so this is first up. This here is called Uncle Swilly's quesadilla. So this is chicken, tater tots, onions, peppers, jalapenos, Southwest ranch, and a Thai barbecue sauce. And that looks phenomenal. Look at that goodness right there. Wow, that really, really does look yummy. Okay, and next up, this is called Mel's Firecracker Nachos, which has got grilled firecracker shrimp, pico, jalapenos, Southwest ranch, queso over tortilla chips. And that does look fantastic also. I think we ordered the perfect items. This looks so delicious. All right, so first off, I gotta try the nachos. Give me a little shrimp on that thing. Ooh, now that right there is some firecracker shrimp. That has got some kick to it, baby. That's got some real spice. You know, sometimes you order food and you don't know where to start because it's such a behemoth. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm not really sure where to start with this behemoth, so I just try to cut me a little slither. Look at that. Look at that right there. Oh my goodness. Here we go, let's try this thing. So right here we're gonna try a little bit of sour cream because it's spicy. Uncle Swilly's is awesome. That is one of the best quesadilla concoctions I have ever put in my mouth. Look at that. That right there is how you eat it. What do you think about it? Spicy, right? Got a little kick to it. I don't know if it shows up or not, but it does have some tater tots in there. They're just kind of smashed in there and just congealed. This is just such an amazing dish. I am so shocked how much I like this. Got jalapenos, the onions, the peppers, a little bit of tater tot that's in there, and that like Thai barbecue sauce thing they got going on just it sets it off. I mean, just it puts it over to a whole new level. So one thing I want to go ahead and tell you, these food items we ordered today are shareable. 2 people can split this unless you're just a massive eater. So that there is the nachos that we have left still. And I only ate about half of that quesadilla that I ordered because I'm getting full already. And my wife's eating a little bit of it, so we figured that we would take the quesadilla with us because it would travel better than these nachos will. So I'm going to continue helping my wife try to put a little bit more dent in these firecracker nachos. That right there is probably about the perfect chip right there. Got plenty of goodness on it. So that was quite the experience. Both items were good. I thought the nachos were good, had a lot of flavor to them, very spicy. I know me and my wife noticed they put so much topping and queso on the nachos. If you do not eat them quick enough, the nachos in the bottom start getting pretty soft. So if you're not a fan of a softer, soupier nacho, you might not like that. The quesadilla, in my opinion, and my wife, she tasted it, was the best out of the 2. I'm gonna be honest with you, that I've never had a quesadilla in that style before with like that Thai barbecue and all that stuff going on. It was phenomenal. It was so good. We could have ordered that. Me and her could have split that easily and been good to go. I think the portions here are massive. So keep that in mind when you come here and you're eating, you're ordering your food. It is some really, or at least our portions that we ordered were very big. And I've been looking around at other people. Yeah, they give you a lot of food here. So just keep that in mind if you're not a really big eater, or maybe you plan like I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take half of this quesadilla home and probably warm it up in the oven later and finish it off for a late dinner or something or other. But other than that, it was really, really good. Everything was tasty. Good option here if you're on vacation in Oak Island to come get you some burritos, tacos, quesadillas, nachos, and things of that matter right down here at Kajo's Shack, the burrito shack. So definitely keep that in mind. All right, let's carry on with the rest of our day. All right, it would not be an Oak Island visit if I did not come over here and check out the Oak Island Driftwood, but I did notice something. No parking here now. They do not allow any curbside parking right here in front of the Driftwood art. I had to actually, luckily I had my wife with me today. I didn't want to pay for parking for like less than 5 minutes. So I decided, I told her, just drop me out and come back in a few. Give me a moment. Let me kind of walk around and check out the king of Oak Island right over there. I always show him when I come over here. But I'm always been a fan of this Driftwood art. You know, check out this cute little turtle guy they got right here. How cool is that? Man, some people are just so artistic with anything. I mean, this is just wood, sticks, driftwood, so forth. Look at the face. Happy face on that fella. That is so cool. And check this one out right over here. It's got some firewood. He's gonna build him a fire. I don't know if that's smart. You might burn, buddy. You might be like you need to be like the scarecrow on Wizard of Oz. You do not want any fire around you. Oh, check this out, man. This is freaking cool. I got like a little makeshift tunnel to walk through. Look at that little dude playing some drums right here. Cool, man. Got a little mailbox. This is all new stuff since I was here last. Dean Russell, I think he's the artist that did all this, I believe. Donations, requests accepted and appreciated. Yeah, this is awesome, man. He's got a lot of new stuff out here since I was here maybe last year. Looks like they got some lights. Come by here at night, be all illuminated. That is really cool. This stuff kind of always makes me feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings a little bit too. Kind of like Treebeard, you know, walking around. Right there's pretty awesome too. Got a nice fancy rock up there. Or some quartz. Kind of cool. Right here we have like a Mortal Kombat dragon. Maybe, I don't know if that's what that is. I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan, so I can look at that and just think Mortal Kombat. But this right here is the king. He's the one that I always see when I come over here. He's the first one several years ago when I came over here and checked this guy out. It's kind of funny at the time. I did a little skit at the beginning of my Oak Island video, and I thought he was the murderish villain. And this character over here was actually missing a head. And I was like, oh my God, what happened to this person's head? Oh, I bet I know who. And I come running over here and I kind of, you know, in a very nice way, interrogated this little character right here. So a lot of fun. And then over here, man, you can really hear the waves out there roaring. But right here we have another one. It says, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. Took me a second. Looking through this little viewfinder, trying to keep things all lined up. You can't always read perfectly, so that would definitely be a, you know, a very spiritual Jesus Christ type of crucifixion moment. I would imagine that's what this is. Okay, that made for a fun day. I am so happy that I came over here and I checked this out because they got a lot of new stuff and I get a big kick out of this whole area. And I really love the added mailbox because that is a popular thing here in the area. Having a mailbox at the beach where people can walk to, and normally they just write stuff, but this is a donation box. So really awesome thing, really cool. So all that being said, my friends, I think I'm done. I hope you enjoyed the vlog today over here to Oak Island. The Kai Joe's taco bar we went to was really fantastic. My quesadilla was lights out. That thing was so good. And I would have loved, if we would have known the nachos was gonna be the way they were, we probably would have got that Big Mama burrito, like in a steak version or chicken, something like that. But we rolled the dice today. My wife is a big fan of nachos, so we went ahead and got the nachos. You live and you learn. They weren't bad. It was just a lot of food, and they put so much queso on top, and I do feel like, and she felt the same way, that the chips over time become to get a bit soggy. And I like a crunchy chip, so that was the only negative of that. But some people might not have a problem with that, and that will definitely float your boat and you will still be good. So all that being said, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you, my friends, in our next vlog, or adventure, as I like to normally say. I don't know what happened there. Thank you so much once again. Until next time, so long, Driftwood Art of Oak Island. It's been wonderful.